Lord Terence Hood was born on Earth as a member of British nobility, a fact which would strengthen his view of the planet's significance in the decades to come. Early in his military career, he would receive several commendations, eventually rising to the rank of Fleet Admiral. Although he had spent considerable time in the UNSC's service, Hood's most notable actions would come at the end of the Covenant War. Having received a report from Reach that the UNSC's most critical military stronghold had fallen, he reinforced Earth's defenses, taking direct control of the home fleet and commanding them from Cairo Station, one of the planet's 300 orbital MAC platforms. And then, he waited for the inevitable. In his mind, if the Covenant had managed to lay waste to Reach, Earth would not be far behind. His suspicions were quickly proven accurate when the Covenant arrived on October 20th, 2552. Although the home fleet would fight valiantly, one Covenant carrier still managed to punch through the lines and take position above the city of New Mombasa, only to quickly flee hours later. The initial siege would lay the groundwork for the Covenant's extended occupation of the planet, as the home fleet was battered into debris high above the Earth's surface. Though the other MAC stations within his battle cluster were destroyed, Hood stood his ground on Cairo, orchestrating a series of defensive strategies to hold the Covenant at bay. These actions would eventually prove successful, even under the constant bombardment of Covenant reinforcements. On November 17, 2552, the final wave of Covenant vessels would arrive at Earth, led by an incredibly powerful Forerunner dreadnought. Hours later, the Covenant would use an ancient gateway buried below the African soil to open a portal to another world. The town of Voi would become the site of humanity's final stand, and, indeed, they would survive it. However, after the Covenant fled through the portal, Hood would join the Master Chief and Commander Miranda Keyes aboard the elite ship known as Shadow of Intent, building a tentative alliance with these same enemies in the face of an even graver threat. Despite Hood's reservations, Keyes and the Spartan would follow the Covenant into the portal, while he would remain behind, preparing whatever was left of their defenses for the arrival of something far worse than the Covenant: the Flood. The worst, however, would never come. The Master Chief and Keyes would fight heroically on the other side of the portal, stopping the Covenant and the Flood once and for all, but not without great sacrifice. On March 3, 2553, Hood would conduct a memorial service at the site of the Gateway portal, celebrating the lives spent in the defense of humanity.